Okay, so I just spent the day driving truck, or the afternoon driving truck. Can you believe there's actually ice in the shop? Gonna go through what we've got here. It looks like a complete and utter disaster, which, matter of fact, it's not really a complete and utter disaster. There's a lot of things here that need to get thrown away, for sure, and it's kind of weird why that didn't end up on the truck, but anyway, I'm going to show you here. So this is where the office space is going to be. This thing here is going to be moved. I'm going to actually put it upstairs on top of where the office is. There's going to be, because there's just a lot, that's useful. That is still useful, but it needs to be moved out of here. My Uncle Irv actually put that together. He got the parts bins there, and then he made the siding for it, you know, the wood sides for it, and it's been here for many years, but it got dropped off there and it just stayed there. We never moved it. We just started putting stuff in it, you know. We just started putting stuff in it, and I believe I was in high school when that happened, so we're talking in the late 80s. This particular piece was put here. There was another one here that was here, and there was a refrigerator here before that one was put there, but I've got this pretty well swept up, cleaned out at this point here, but I'm going to do a lot more work here in this corner, and then all of this stuff here. Obviously there's a bunch of wire and stuff that needs to be burned off for the copper, so that can go. I've actually got a lot of wire for copper. Now the stuff is strewn all over the place, anything from Model T wheels, rims, and antique tires that are melting, because they do melt, to insulators, telephone insulators. But there's a lot of stuff here that it just looks like it's absolute clutter, and should, you know, people are telling me to just shove it out the door and throw it in a dumpster somewhere, but there's good parts here. 7,000 John Deere corn planter parts. This is the pickup tines for that John Deere or that Heston 4910 baler. Those things are going to go to the rightful owner, the guy that bought the baler. Got the bands there. Those things need to be, there's a couple of bands here. They're expensive. They're like 80 bucks a piece for that. There's just all sorts of stuff here, and it's just kind of spaced out away from where we were working. Got a guy interested in the NutriGuard bale wrap for half of the price of new bale wrap. I don't know what the price of new bale wrap is. I will be researching that today, and you know, tonight when I get home. There's still more stuff down here. This is all, there's steel here which needs to be moved. There's still some old junk tires and crap here, but in this area from that engine over, that's all just scrap wood. I have no idea why there's scrap wood there, but it's there. And there's some other bags of crap that needs to go. So everything from that point, you know, from that engine over, that's going to be cleaned out to the tires. There's basically just plywood and stuff. I'm going to burn it. This stuff here is going to get knocked off and burned. Up there, I'm just going to leave that there until I get around to, until I get the thing that I'm going to build built. And it's going to be pretty decent. So the stairs to this whole wall or upper level here, second story, are going to start here, and they'll go down to about where the tires are. There's a outlet there that needs to be, you know, you can get electricity there, but those stairs will be there, and just have a handrail up, boom. So they're going to come down probably just right to where those tires are. So, you know, it'd be pretty decent. I wasn't going to go that far, but I decided that I probably should. Why not? You know, I can go from this point forward, will all be storage space. It'll be shelving here. This is where I'm going to put my oil. These are going to be, there's going to be shelves that go across from here on out to this point. It's 8 feet from there to here, so there's 8 feet of shelves on each one of these posts, and then you'll walk down between them to pull parts from whatever it is you need. This steel pipe here, I'm not even sure what that is. It's schedule something or other. Steel pipe. It was something that my brother-in-law had used for the movie theater systems, but it's actual pipe. It's not conduit. It's pipe. Maybe we'll make a gigantic potato gun. I don't know. But anyway, so these posts are on 6-foot centers, which makes it really nice, because if you make a 2-foot wide shelf on either side, then there's it's 2, 4, 5, 6, 2 feet in between. You can or actually there's going to be 3 feet in between. So 1, 2, and a 1.5 in, 1.5 in. That's 3 feet. There'll be 3 feet down the center to walk in between to get to what we're getting at. What we're working for. So in the upper level, obviously there will be some shelving in those posts, up in between those posts up there, to put the bigger stuff or the less used materials that we need. But looking out through this sea of crap, I'm just going to isolate all the corn planer parts, and we're going to set them over around the 4430. There's just a lot of stuff, and all this stuff that's here, I mean, this is for the 630 disc, John Deere 630 disc. Those parts there, I got a couple of starters. Those starters were rebuilt. The one on the left is going in the 4960. That's like new, obviously suitcase weights and stuff like that. There's New Holland combine parts. Those are for the TR96. This is for the TR70. Bain Farm said that he would like the capacity to do wheat. I don't know whether he wants them or not. They are here, and the wires for them are in that white bucket right there. So if he says yay, then we go for it, and that's that. And there really isn't much stuff that needs to go back on those shelves, but it does need to get moved out away from there so that my work area can be uninhibited. This stuff here, all this here, came out of that toolbox on my dad's truck. This truck here is going to have the bed removed, and I'm looking for like a Napheed or some other Redding tool body to put on here. This is going to be my service truck. I'm looking for a new seat for the inside. For the inside of it, this seat is trashed on the back side, on the driver's side. My dad he's a hefty guy, and it just needs to be replaced, the seat. So the seat, and the truck only has 70,000 miles on it, so it's really not that bad. It's got brand new tires on it. It is 4-wheel drive. Everything works on that. Just needs to be worked on. And this will be the tool truck. So that toolbox is going to come off of there. The bed's going to come off, and I'm looking for a body. I think I found one, but it's brand new. It's fully enclosed, and it's like $4,500. So it's just one of those things that need to be done, and it can be used anywhere, not just on the straw job down south. So that'll be the new tool truck. Do you see this wooden thing up in front here? These are all screens for my seed cleaner. Each one of these is worth $30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I thought there was like 100 of them, but there might be 80 screens there. Those screens are set up to clean anything from celery seed, carrot seed, right on up to sunflower seeds, like the big holes. You see the big holes in that one there? So these have to be stretched. I'm going to stretch wrap them all together. They're on a pallet, and I'm going to take them out in the other barn. So that's just where that's going. Yeah, so things are going good. I didn't do any work in here today. The boys did a little bit. We scrapped load number 3. Load number 3 is scrapped out of here. There is still junk in here that needs to wind its way onto the dumpster from in here. Not much. I mean, I've pretty well got a handle on everything that needs to go. But for the most part, it's just little stuff here and there, like these pallets. These pallets are going to get out of here. All this wood and, those wheels, they can go to those bicycle-looking wheels. They're actually industrial wheels. That bicycle was given to me like 1,000,000 years ago. It's a 3-speed. It's actually a 3-speed bicycle. I used to ride this. It's a Wright's. See that? A Wright's. So that would be a Wright Brothers bicycle. All right. I think the badge says Wright's on it, doesn't it? It does have the head badge. No, it is what is this thing? It's a Robin Hood, Nottingham, England. So it's a Robin Hood, Nottingham, England It's got a Wright's seat on it. So it did have a tire pump that went in between here, but for some reason I haven't found it. I don't know where it is. And Timothy, I think, stole the little generator that was on there to generate power for the light. I don't know whatever happened to that. But anyway, I'm getting ding-donged here to death. So anyway, with that being said, I am on my way out of here. Minneapolis Moline cylinder. Anybody wants that, they can buy that, whatever. I am gone. Gone. Okay, good morning. And not to be crazy or anything, but I never did find any Alice Chalmers parts that I was looking for the day before. Now, not for a lack of trying, and not for a lack of knowing that they were there. I just have no idea what happened to them. I'm drinking this coffee. Coming back up every time I start to talk. It's weird. But anyway, yeah, so I didn't find any Alice Chalmers parts, and, you know, as you saw in the video, there was nothing. I chucked that pipe, you know, that marker pipe. It's, you know, just a simple design, and if I ever needed it, obviously I could make one in a matter of about 35 seconds. That pipe that I found at the end of the video there, I think I'm going to make a bail bumper. Yeah, bail bumper for the front of one of the tractors. You know, that's just what I think I should do. Just, you know, my opinion, that's what I should do. Now, whether I do or I don't know. But that would be perfect for that. Yeah, so actually what I'm going to do now is start pulling I'm going to get rid of the rest of the crap that's in the shop today. I do still have some room in the dumpster. It's a 20-yard dumpster, and we're getting pretty close. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting pretty close. That thing's filling up. So there's a lot of crap in there yet. Not too much, but just enough that I can probably top it off pretty easily. Some bulky stuff like those planter boxes. I'll probably just run them over with the skid steer, get them good and flat, and then chuck them on top, and then throw some other stuff in there. The one thing I can't throw in there is tires. I've thrown a couple of inner tubes in there, but, you know, I don't think there's a restriction on inner tubes. But tires, they just absolutely do not want in the mix. So, I mean, I threw a couple of small wheels, like wheelbarrow wheels in there, but, you know, what the hell else am I going to do with them? So I have this abundance of tires. It's annoying. I'm going to demount a couple of tires that are there in the shop. I have rims for a John Deere 112 John Deere tractor. They go on the 110 and the 112 tractors from the 1960s, and I have 2 rims and tires for that Boland's tractor, which I will not be getting rid of those tires because I still have the Boland's tractor. So if you're local and you want front and rear rims for a John Deere 112 that will fit a 110, you're more than welcome to stop by. I will give them to you. So there you go. And what else could I say about this? As I said, I'm looking for a body for that F-250. It's a 2001 F-250. An 8-foot body is what I'm looking for. I know there's a lot of bodies out there, and they're like, well, you know, you have to have the right truck or it won't mount up. I'm a welder. I can weld shit together. So if you do have a body and it's off of a Chevy, I can just change the mounts over to mount onto a Ford. I mean, that'd be fine. I can fabricate it pretty quickly. I'm sure the gas tank hose hole is not going to be in the right spot, but I know how to run a torch and run hoses. So, yeah, so that's what's going on there. But anyway, I hope you enjoy this. I don't know. I'm not enjoying it. I got dirt in my eyes, and my dad is coughing like a fool. You know, he's like, you know, because he just walked in the shed and millions of years of dust is just falling down everywhere. Joseph barely showed up to work yesterday. I took a load of hay. I'm just exhausted, you know, from all the stuff that I've been doing. I see there's a fresh coat of dusting of snow on the ground, but we still don't have the temperature to actually go out and make any hay. Yes, still making hay, and it is, you know, kind of a process I have to complete. So, I mean, I think I've said my plans for that, but the plans for this shelving and this upper story in the building, I think is going to free up like a monumental amount of space. Really, truly do believe that it will. There is just so much stuff throughout this building
that's been abandoned, or we've sold the equipment, or the equipment's been scrapped out and there's just no need or use for it. So, you just kind of gotta let go. And I know that Bame Farm said that his father's too much of a collector to get rid of it. But to be honest with you, if you haven't touched or needed that part in the last 3 to 5 years, chances are you're never going to use it. Any scrap steel or stuff that you can repurpose, great, save it. But other than that, it's time to let go, And I was actually thinking of that letgo.com. I don't know how that works, but if I could find a place, find that Let Go app and actually put a couple of things on there and see how it goes, people can come and pick it the hell up, and it's out of my hair. It's gone. But anyways, with that being said, enjoy the next part of the series, which is going to possibly be me throwing some wood together, or pulling that sawmill out and sawing wood to get thrown together. So thanks for watching.